How to easy cook dinuguan. If you'd like to replicate blood pork stew at home, make classic Filipino dinuguan. Keep in mind that you can use any combination of pork belly, shoulder, loin, or intestines. Just marinate strips of the pork in fish sauce and sauté them along with onion, garlic, and ginger. Stir pig's blood and vinegar into the mixture. Then let the pork stew simmer until it thickens and the meat becomes tender. Enjoy dinuguan with rice or steamed rice cakes. Ingredients: 2 pounds 910 grams pork belly, 1 tablespoon 15 milliliters fish sauce, 2 in 5 centimeters piece of fresh ginger root, 1.5 cups 350 milliliters pig's blood, 1 cup 240 milliliters vinegar, divided, 1 tablespoon 15 milliliters vegetable oil, 1 onion, chopped, 4 cloves garlic, minced, 1 cup 240 milliliters water, 1 tablespoon 12.5 grams brown sugar, 2 Anaheim peppers, salt and pepper to taste, 1/2 pound 230 grams pork intestines, cleaned, optional. Makes 4 to 6 servings. Part 1: Marinating the pork. Cut the pork belly into strips. Take out 2 pounds 910 grams of pork belly and use a sharp knife to slice it into 1/2 into 1 in 1.3 to 2.5 centimeters strips. Place the pork into an airtight container. If you don't have pork belly, you can use pork loin or shoulder. Pour fish sauce over the pork and chill it for 1 hour. Toss the pork with 1 tablespoon 15 milliliters of fish sauce in the airtight container. Then cover the container and put it in the refrigerator. Marinate the pork for 1 hour. Marinating the pork will intensify the flavor of the dinuguan. Clean and boil 1/2 pound 230 grams of pork intestines, optional. Thoroughly rub and rinse the intestines under running water. Then place them in a large pot and pour enough water to cover the intestines. Bring the water to boil over high heat and add 1.5 in 3.8 centimeters of the fresh ginger root. Boil the intestines for 45 minutes. The intestines should become soft. Let them cool before you slice and add them to the dinuguan. Ensure that you sanitize your workspace after handling the intestines because they contain bacteria that can cause disease. Part 2: Cooking the pork with aromatics. Combine the pig's blood and 2 tablespoons 30 milliliters of the vinegar. Pour 1.5 cups 350 milliliters of pig's blood into a bowl and stir in 2 tablespoons 30 milliliters of the vinegar until it's incorporated. Set the blood mixture aside. If the blood is coagulated, put it in the blender and pulse the blood until it liquefies. Sauté the onion, garlic, and ginger for about 5 minutes. Heat 1 tablespoon 15 milliliters of vegetable oil in a large pot over medium heat. When the oil shimmers, stir in 1 chopped onion, 4 cloves of minced garlic, and 1 teaspoon 2 grams of grated fresh ginger. Stir the aromatics occasionally until they soften and become fragrant. Add the pork and cook it for 3 to 5 minutes. Keep the burner at medium heat and stir in the marinated pork strips. If you're using the intestines, you can also add them. Stir and cook the pork until it becomes light brown. Stir in the vinegar and boil it for 5 minutes. Pour 1 cup 240 milliliters of vinegar into the pot and turn the burner to medium-high. Bring the vinegar to a boil and then continue to boil the mixture with the lid off. Avoid stirring the dinuguan while it boils. About half of the vinegar should evaporate as it boils. Part 3: Simmering and serving the dinuguan. Add the water and simmer the dinuguan for 15 to 20 minutes. Pour 1 cup 240 milliliters of water into the pot and bring the mixture to a boil. Turn the burner down to medium or medium-low so it bubbles gently. Put the lid on the pot and simmer the dinuguan until the pork is tender enough to cut with a fork. Stir in the pig's blood mixture and sugar. Add the reserved pig's blood and vinegar mixture along with 1 tablespoon 12.5 grams of brown sugar. Stir until the pig's blood and sugar have dissolved. Keep stirring until you don't see lumps of blood or sugar. Add 2 Anaheim peppers and season the dinuguan to taste. Stir in the whole peppers and taste the dinuguan. Add salt and pepper according to your taste. Simmer the dinuguan for 10 minutes before serving. Let the dinuguan bubble gently over medium heat with the lid off. The sauce should thicken as it cooks. Then turn off the burner and serve the dinuguan with rice or puto, steamed rice cakes. Store the leftover dinuguan in an airtight container in the refrigerator for up to 2 days. Things you'll need: measuring cups and spoons, knife and cutting board, airtight container, bowl, spoon, large pot with a lid.